derivatives after this 2008 financial crisis. What are key changes came in the world of derivatives, trading, OTC derivatives, exchange traded derivatives? What are the key changes that have come and how the derivative trading world is emerging, where it is moving towards? So just a quick background, I think most of you should be aware of this. Prior to this 2007 crisis, when we talk about the over-the-counter market, it was to a large extent unregulated. We had different kinds of forwards, different kinds of swaps, and a good number of options being negotiated between two parties, and even the clearing and settlement also would have been more and more negotiated between the parties. So hardly any kind of exchange or any kind of regulation came into picture. Even terms relating to the collaterals, clearing, settlement, everything was purely between the two parties, negotiated and finally agreed upon. But what has been observed is among the various factors that have contributed to the crisis, it is seen that the OTC derivatives also played a big role in the occurrence of the crisis, especially instruments like credit default swaps, which have been written by firms like AIG. They have contributed significantly to the crisis. So, though there are many other things that got into the creation of the crisis, what we have typically seen is regulators have really focused on the OTC derivatives. They have tried to influence heavily the OTC derivatives. So regulations wise, we see lots and lots of newer regulations coming into the derivatives trading sector compared to any other sector. So the OTC market today is going through great deal of regulations across the world and more specifically in the United States. Now, what is that regulation trying to do? One, I can look at the trading related dimension. We'll look at different kinds of dimensions here. We'll focus on the trading related dimension, then we'll move on to the clearing related, and we'll look at the reporting related and how the systemic risks are typically being handled. So if I look at the trading requirements, we know that once the regulation is coming into picture, the objective of the regulator, especially after the financial crisis, is address the transparency in the pricing, because in 2007-9 crisis, it is the large amount of opaqueness that is there in the pricing of different kinds of financial products. One party is not able to understand the kind of risks that are associated in trading with the other party, and the chain, no one was aware of the chain, which has created the contagious effect. So it is clearly seen now that all the standardized OTC derivatives, they should be traded on the exchange now, probably, which means the difference between forwards and futures